Hello, my crafty friends. It's Andrea from Prairie Sky Papercraft, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba. Today, we are doing no stamping, but we are going to get scrappy, we're going to emboss, and we're also going to use the Dragonfly punch. So, let's get started. I've got my mini embossing machine and my plates right here. I'm just going to go tuck them off to the side. I have this teeny tiny piece. I've got this and maybe a 1 by 5 inch strip left of this designer series paper, which is unfortunately sold out. But there is still a ton of stuff that is available on the last chance sale. So you want to be sure to go check that out before things are sold out. It includes items from the the annual catalog that's retiring at the very beginning of May, and some stuff is up to 50% off. So one of the other things that will be retiring soon is the 2020 to 2022 in colors, which included Bumblebee, polished pink, and Misty Moonlight, and just Jade was one of the other colors, and Evening Evergreen, I think, was the other. I'll check that and I'll post it down below. So I'm using pink for the background. It's not my go-to color, as you can tell, because I have tons of it left in that paper pack. But I thought I would use it today. I've also got a couple of scrap pieces of the silver foil, and this paper, which I believe was part of the Sunshine and Rainbows paper pack, which was available during Celebration. And I've got another strip of the pink. So I've cut a piece of white to 4 inches by 5 1/4, which is 1/4 of an inch smaller than what I have for our base. So we're going to see some of this pink. And I've got our strips here. I'm going to just emboss the pink strip with this Hello embossing folder. So we're going to open up our embossing machine. Now, I love the plates for both of the embossing machines because it tells you exactly what you need and how to use it. So number 2 is what I am going to put through first. Then I'm going to find a spot to emboss. I think I'll do the Hello. Now, one of the features that I love about Stampin' Up! Embossing folders is this line here. So you can line it up and make sure that your paper is straight before you run it through. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to put the other plate on top. Now, you always want to put your embossing folder through hinge first, and then you turn your hand. Okay, there's something not right with this sandwich. Oh, this isn't a 3D embossing folder. That's why. Oh my gosh. So there are 2 sizes for the embossing folder. This is just a regular one, and the 3D ones are a little bit thicker. So the sandwich that I'm actually going to need is embossing folder 3. I need a number 1 plate, a number 3 plate, and the embossing folder. All right. Now here we go. And you want to turn the direction that you want your paper to move. So you can go this way and you can roll it back the other way. There's really no reason to run it through both ways. I just wanted to show you how it moves, and it's kind of fun to twist the handle. All right. So I've actually got these, they're little like makeup drawers that I got from the dollar store. They're clear, and I store a ton of stuff in here, and I just keep my plates in here. Well, the small ones, the bigger ones don't fit, but it stays right here on my desk, and in theory, I can find them whenever I need them. I'm actually going to stick that embossing folder in there too. All right, now we are going to start with our assembly. Now, this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. So what I did was I cut each strip to 1 inch. So we're going to have a little bit of white showing, which is not a big deal. So I'm going to, which I actually planned it that way this time. So I like to do center strips the last. So what I'm going to do is take each strip and then I'm going to work my way into the middle, and then whatever white space I've got left is going to be, I'm going to center my sentiment strip to the center. Just had a moment where I thought that I would put this as the side up, but I'm going to use it this way. And then I'm going to butt this one straight up to the silver. I'm going to butt this one straight up to the silver. And then we've got our hello, which is going to have a little bit of white, as you can see right there. Actually, do we want a little bit of white or do we want a little bit of black? That would really offset the pink, actually. You know what? We're going to add a little bit of black. So I've got these tiny little strips left over from another project that I did. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches. I don't always clear the strips off my desk right away because you never know when inspiration is going to hit. Looks like I need to change my blade soon. One of the tips that I have for using your blade is to sharpen it with tinfoil a little bit, and then that way you do get a little bit more mileage out of them. I am applying this directly to the card base because these strips are really tiny. And my pink layer is going to hide them. I want to butt this right up to the edge. Press down. And we're going to butt this one right up and press down, and then we'll center. Oh yeah, I like the way that turned out. We'll center our hello right over top. I do love stamping, but sometimes it's really nice to do a project with no stamping. It's just something a little bit different. And I've had this embossing folder for a while and I haven't used it. So I thought, why not get her done today? All right. Now, add our adhesive. Normally, this is fairly straightforward, so I just do adhesive on both of the long edges. If I had something that was water-based, so if I had done any watercoloring, or even sometimes heat embossing, I'll emboss all the way around. But this one was pretty straightforward, so I just did the adhesive that way. Oh, dragonfly. And that is how my brain works. So we're going to punch out our dragonfly. I have just enough here. Actually, if I do this properly, I could maybe even get a couple of the little ones out. So I've got no blank areas showing. I can see paper on all of the edges. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a gentle push so the paper doesn't move. And then popping our dragonfly out. And then, you know what? I think I am going to punch out a couple of the smaller guys. I do love this paper and I want to get as much use out of it as I possibly can. So there's one. We're going to create our own embellishments today. And 2. Actually, I could probably get 3 more out of that. So this piece is going to go off to the side. Let's see. Am I going to lay it flat or am I going to use dimensionals? I think I'll use dimensionals. So I've got one dimensional for the center of our dragonfly. And we're going to put this one down here. And then we're going to grab these two guys. Oops, I want the pink side. Ooh, there's pink on both sides. I like the gold on the other one, so we'll use that. And this is going to be too big, isn't it? All right, where's my scissors? There we go. So I'm just going to cut my dimensional in half. Couldn't find my scissors, but I had nail clippers handy. And then I just noticed I have, oh my gosh, fingers don't want to work today. All right, here we go. Come on. Put one of our guys up there. Let's stick our other one down here. Now, if you didn't want to be able to see the dimensional, or if you wanted to mask it a little bit, you can absolutely color the edges with either watercolor markers or the Stampin' Blends, and it kind of masks it a bit. All right, so we've got our dragonflies done. And of course, what I want doesn't want to be picked up. The clear epoxy dots, I'm just going to add one dot to each of our dragonflies. Actually, I don't like it on the head. Can I pull it off? Yes, I can. I'll just do one in the center. Oops. One in the center, and then we'll do our last one. There we go. All right. So no stamping, but we've got plenty of bling, plenty of color, and a really lovely spring card to send to somebody. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to hit subscribe down below so you're notified every single time a brand new video comes up.